Hey everyone, welcome. A couple of weeks ago someone asked me if I could do a video about OpenVPN configured on Synology's DSM. A VPN connection is basically a secure connection between you and the site you're connected to, a virtual private network that is, and without the interference of others on the line. That's kind of the idea. So a secure connection. There is a VPN package for Synology's DSM, and it also supports OpenVPN. But it's a very minimal configuration, and it doesn't support client/server side verification. And that's what this video is going about. This video is based on a tutorial you see in the background from a user called MMD of a Dutch Synology forum. He explains in Dutch very clear on how to configure OpenVPN on DSM, and this will be the guideline for this video tutorial. So many thanks for writing this tutorial, MMD. Yeah, together we're going to configure this, make OpenVPN a little bit more secure, and at the end of this tutorial you will be able to connect to your VPN server. So there are a couple of things we are going to do before we get started. First, log in into your NAS system. I already logged in, as you can see, and install the package VPN server. Go to Package Center and search for VPN, and you can see VPN server. If you haven't installed it, you can install it here, and after that you may open it. It will prompt you with the screen like this. It's the main status window for the VPN server package. We're going to use OpenVPN, so you click on Enable OpenVPN server. Will be the basic settings for this. Dynamic address. For this video tutorial I will use 192.168, yeah, there we are, .210.1. Make sure you set your dynamic IP to a subnet that isn't very likely to be used within any consumer network or any network for that matter. So I will use 192.168.210.1. Maximum number of connections 5, maximum number of connections the same account 3. Port, we're going to use it on 1194, and that's protocol UDP. And encryption, you can leave it at standard, and authentication will be RSA version 1 or 2, leave that as default. Enable compression on the VPN link and make sure that's checked, and also make sure that allow clients to access servers LAN is checked. Once you make these changes, you can hit apply. Okay, please make sure your port forwarding is set to 1194 in your router, otherwise you can't connect from anywhere outside your home. So once this is done, we can close this window. We go back to Package Center, and we're going to stop this package. Click on VPN server and click on stop. Are you sure you want to stop this package service? Yes. So once that one is stopped, we can close this window. Yes. Okay, we go back to our tutorial. He provides us with the links to the programs we're going to need for this. One of the programs we're going to create the keys and certificates for this VPN server is XCA. As you can see in the background, XCA. Click on that link and it will redirect you to their website, and you go to download and you download version 141. So we're going to do that because I haven't installed it on this computer yet. Once downloaded, just open it. Yeah. English, sure. I agree. Just install it. After installation you may run it. Click on finish. And we're going to file and we're going to create a new database. And I'm calling this database test NAS VPN. Yes. Set a password for your database. It's a more secure way. Hit OK and we have our database. Nice. So now we go back to his tutorial and we're going to scroll down, and here you can see a download button, and we're going to download the XCA templates for this setup. Click on download, it will start downloading XCA templates.zip. Open it. Once it's done downloading, we're going to extract the contents of this package. I'm going to create a new folder for it. Tls VPN. Extract it in there, yes, and you may close this. Then we go back to XCA. Okay, now we click on templates and we click on import. Browse to the location where you just extracted the package. In my case, in documents and Tls VPN. Select these 3 files and click on open and click on import all. So now that we have our templates, we're going to edit them. And first we click on CA. And you can fill in all this information here. So country name NL, state province, fill in all this information, and once you're done, you click on OK. With the client certificate, it's a different thing. Internal name must be the same name as your user on your Synology NAS, and the same goes with the common name. Also must be your Synology user. So once you've edited your templates, you can click on certificates. And we're going to create our actual certificates now. That will be the client certificate, server certificate, and the CA signing certificate. So click on new certificate, and by default these settings are correct. At the bottom you can see template for the new certificate. We're going to use the template we just edited, and that will be CA. After that, click on apply all, then go to the next tab, subject. Internal name for the signing certificate will be CA, and common name already filled in by the template as CA. And then you may click on generate a new key, name CA, and key type will be RSA, and key size will be 4096. Yes, and I'm going to click remember as default for the other keys. After that you click on create. Successfully created the RSA private key CA. You may click on OK, and we're going to check the rest of the settings. Click on extensions, and we're going to leave it valid for 10 years by default. Yes, so that's good. And then we go to key usage. Make sure digital signature, key data, key certificate, and CRL are checked, and the rest on the right isn't. So by default it's correct. Go to the next one, Netscape, and you may click on OK. Successfully created the certificate CA. Okay, now we're going to create our client certificate. Click on a new certificate. At the bottom you click on client cert, click on apply all, then you go to subject. Internal name, this must be, because it's the client, this must be the name of the actual Synology user. So in my case it's a booby trap. The rest filled in by default of your template. I didn't fill in any name, so I'm going to add it here with common name as well, booby trap, and internal name booby trap. After that you may click on generate a new key, and name booby trap, RSA 4096 bit. Click on create. Successfully created. Okay, next tab, extensions. This one will be valid for 5 years, so that's fine. Key usage, digital signature and key agreement must be selected, and TLS web client authentication must be selected as well. Then we go to Netscape, yes, and click on OK. Successfully created the certificate booby trap. Nice. So booby trap is created under CA, and now we're going to create a new certificate, and this will be, for this video, the last certificate, and this will be the server certificate. So template for the new certificate will be server cert. Click on apply all. By default still correct, and the certificate for signing, of course, forgot to mention, make sure it's set to CA. It's the only certificate we have for signing. So go to subject, internal name, we call this one server, and already filled in with the rest of the information of the template. Common name server, yes. Then click on generate a new key, name server, key type RSA 4096 bit, Yes. Successfully created. Okay. Then we go to the next tab, extensions. Same goes for the server certificate as well. Will be valid for 5 years. Key usage, digital signature and key encipherment, both selected. TLS web server authentication selected. Netscape, nothing here to change, and click on OK. Successfully created the certificate server. So with that we have all our certificates we need, and it created a couple of keys for us as well that goes with the certificates, and you can find them under private keys. We have the CA key, root key, server key, and we have the client key. If we add more client certificates, we also get more client keys. So with all these keys and these certificates, we're going to store them in a safe place. We're going to export them. First we start with the certificates. We need a root certificate. Click on export. In the test NAS VPN, call this one CA, and click on save. Export format PEM. Okay, that's the first one. Then the server certificate, click on export. In the same folder, yes please, click on OK. And the client certificate, export, yes. Same goes for the keys. We need the server key and we need the client key. Server key, export in the same folder. We will rename these keys to .key extension instead of the PEM extension it comes with now. Click on OK. Same goes with the client key, export. Okay, so with all this done, we're going to create the DV-Hellman parameters. Click on extra and click on generate DH parameter, and we're going to set this one also to 4096 and click on OK. And this will take some time, so now that we have all our files, we're going to log into our NAS and going to transfer all these files over, the keys and the certificates. For that, make sure that SSH is enabled on your NAS. If you don't know how to do that, well, let me log back in. So once you're logged in, go to control panel. Here you can see terminal and SNMP. If you don't see it, switch from basic mode to advanced mode. Click on it and make sure that this box is checked, enable SSH services. So once that is done, you can connect through SCP, SSH and all that kind of good stuff. So you may close this. So that's that. What we're going to do now is transfer over the keys and certificates for the server, to a NAS server that is. And I'm going to do that with FileZilla. You could use any program you like, of course. With FileZilla, I'm going to connect it to SFTP. If you want to do that yourself, go to Control Panel, File Services, click on FTP, and at the bottom you can see SFTP, enable SFTP services. Hit that box, set a port number, and apply. I'm going to fire up FileZilla, and I'm going to connect to my NAS through SFTP. So I'm going to create a new site real quick. And my NAS IP, I will use SFTP, and do not save my password. Yes, connect. Yes, so I'm logged in. At first I'm going to store it in the home directory. And a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I will not leave it there. So it will be only for this video, and only leave it there as long as I need to. So then I'm going to browse on the left side to the folder where I stored the keys and certificates, and we're going to copy a couple of things over, and that will be the CA certificate, that will be the DV-Hellman parameters algorithm file, and the server certificate, and also the server key. And we're just going to upload this. Yes. And the server key will be renamed. Delete PEM and make that key. So it will be server.key. Very important, don't forget it. Okay, so once that is done, I'm going to fire up PuTTY. I'm going to do the rest with PuTTY as much as I can. Fill in the IP address of your NAS. The same port number, in my case 22. Click on open, log in as the booby trap. A password, yes. And we're going to do the next couple of steps as root. So we're going to type sudo -i, yes. And we're going to create a new folder inside our VPN server folder for the certificates, and that one will be mkdir user Syno etc packages VPN center, and I will call this folder VPN certs. Yes, like that. Hit enter and it created a new folder for us, and in this folder we're going to copy the CA certificate, the server certificate, the server key, DV-Helmond parameters, and we're going to create an extra security key. And those files were located in c/volume1 homes booby trap, yes, like that, and somewhere here, yes. Okay, so we're going to copy these 4 files to the new location, and we're going to do that by entering the command cp wildcard to /user Syno etc packages VPN center and VPN certs. Hit enter, and we're going to check that by entering that folder again, cd /user Syno etc packages VPN center VPN certs. Enter. Yes, as you can see, those files are here. So what we're going to do now is change the file permissions of ca.crt, server.crt and server.key to read access only for the owner, and that's root in this case. So we're going to chmod -R 0400 ca.crt server.crt and server.key. Enter. And we're going to set the file permissions for the DV-Helmond parameters as well. Going to do that with a chmod -R 0644, which gives write access to the owner and read access to the group and others. dh4096.pem. Hit enter. Yes. So what we're going to do now, by further increasing our security, is create a TLS Authentication Key, and we're going to disable AppArmor for that, and we do that by typing the command /user Syno etc.default rc.sysv AppArmor sh stop. Hit enter. Then we type in the command OpenVPN -genkey -secret ta.key. Hit enter. Okay. Yes, and there it is. And we're going to set the permission for this as well. chmod -R 0600 ta.key. Hit enter. And I'm going to copy this ta.key file over to my home folder, the temp folder in this case, because we're going to use that on our clients as well. And we're going to do that by typing the command cp ta.key /volume1 homes booby trap and hit enter. Okay, so that one is parked there for me. And what we can do now is enable AppArmor again. So we're going to hit the cursor up key on a keyboard a couple of times. And we're going to change stop to start and hit enter again. Okay, so that was the hardest part. So with AppArmor enabled again, we're getting close to the end now, and so stay with me, we're almost done. We need the config file for OpenVPN server, and if we take a look at the tutorial page and we scroll down, yeah, here it is, OpenVPN server.zip. Download this file, open it, and I'm going to extract it. I'll keep everything in the same folder for now. Okay. And close this, open up Explorer, and go to Documents, yes, that folder, and here is our openvpn.conf.user file, and we're going to upload this to our NAS as well, but first we're going to edit it, and there are a couple of lines we need to change: a server, push root this one, and push root that one. The rest of this we leave as it is. If you didn't make any changes whatsoever other than this tutorial, you can leave this at default, all of it. But we need to change some of these lines, as I said. So we're going back to PuTTY, and we're going to have a look. We're going one folder back, and we're going to have a look inside the OpenVPN folder that's located here. So cd OpenVPN, enter. And as you can see, there's a file called openvpn.conf inside this folder. We're going to open that with V. And as you can see, push route 192.168.10.0 and push route 192.168.210.0. We're going to need that information, and we're going to need the server IP 192.168.210.0, and we're going to need that, and we're going to add that to our new configuration file. So first we're going to start with server IP 192.168.210.0, and we're going to add that in here. So we're going to select this line here, and we're going to change that IP to 192.168.210.0, and then we go to push route, and the first one will be 10.0, and this one will be 210.0. So with these settings made, going to save this file, and we're going to close it, and we're going to transfer this file over to our NAS. So we're going back to FileZilla, we're going to refresh this. Yes, here it is. I'm going to upload it. Yeah, thank you. I'm going back to PuTTY. And first let me close this. Don't need that anymore. And we're going to copy that file into this location. So cp/volume1, then homes, booby trap, and then openvpn.conf.user to /user Syno etc packages VPN center OpenVPN, enter. So if we have a look now inside this folder, you can see it copied this file over to the new location. And now we may fire up our VPN server. So we're going to log back into a NAS, and we go to the package center, we type in a VPN, we click on the VPN server, and we click on run. Moment of truth. Yeah, here it points out the firewall rules that need to be excluded. Bear in mind, you need to port forward port 1194 in your router. Basically every consumer router has a tab in the firewall called port forwarding. You can add the port with the corresponding IP address of your NAS in there, set it to UDP, and apply it, and you have a port forwarded for your VPN. So that's it. We go to the VPN server now, and it says OpenVPN enabled. I can see the IP range isn't changed. Yes. We're going to check OpenVPN, UDP, and here it says OpenVPN configuration has been customized. That's a good thing in our case. What we're going to do now, because we want to test it, is we're going to download the OpenVPN client app for my computer, and I'm going to test it locally on my own network and see if it wants to connect and if it doesn't give me any errors. So we're going to download the OpenVPN app. And we go to downloads. I will post the download link in the video description. And we're going with this one, the installer. Yes. Next, I agree. Yes. You already, you also could done it with ECRSA, and I've tried it to do it on one of. It's a while back. I tried to do ECRSA on the Synology NAS, and it took forever. I believe something like 4 to 5 hours or so. So that was not a good thing. Best way to do it with ECRSA is also do it on your computer, transfer the files to your NAS. Way faster. But anyway, next going to install this app, and we're going to check if everything is working. Yeah, install the tunnel device. What we need for this program to work is the OpenVPN configuration file for the client as well. So he also posted in his tutorial on that page. So we're going to download that file. Next, no, do not show me the README. Finish. And we go back to his forum thread. You can see one post below that one. It's OpenVPN client.zip. Download this file as well. Open it. And also just extract it. I'm going to do that in the same folder. And here it is. We're going to edit this file. Remote. What it says is your IP address. Remove that line and add your IP address. If you want to collect, of course, connect it from outside your home network, this will be your WAN IP, not your LAN IP. Different things. 10.13 at port 1194, and my certificate is called Booby Trap, and the key is called Booby Trap. Going to save this. Yes. And it's boobytrap.key. We need to rename the key file. Not forget that. We can close this. I'm going to create a folder in this client. And we're going to need the following files. We need the certificate. We're going to need the personal key, the CA certificate, and we're going to need the configuration file. And we're going to need, oh yeah, I need to get the Tls Authentication file. Yes, that's this one. I'm going to download it off our NAS. Yes. And that file. So now we have all the files we need. I'm going to copy it. Client. I'm going to paste it in here. Yes. We need to rename the PEM file to a key file. View, options, view, hide extensions for known file types. Okay. And we're going to change this to key. Yes. And we're going to copy this folder. In this case, it's the same PC, but it doesn't matter, of course. Program files, OpenVPN, config. I'm going to paste it in here. And where's OpenVPN? Yeah, here it is, OpenVPN GUI. Start it up. Right click on it. I have only one configuration in there, so it doesn't show me a list of what I can choose from. Click on connect. username booby trap with password. Click on OK. Allow access. Yes. Let's see, there it is. It's connected, it's green, so it gives no warnings. Nice. So, last things we need to do is delete the files we don't need anymore, because they are still in the home folder. They can be gone. Yes. And with this, I will conclude my video. Again, many thanks to MMD for creating this awesome tutorial. I hope it will help you guys out, and please let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you want to see more of our videos, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!